Good morning, everybody. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel and to a podcast episode. I'm doing it earlier today, so we're not having an Aloha Friday live stream. And the reason for that is to announce to everybody, I actually will be joining Sneed tomorrow evening on his live stream. He's invited me on, and it's been a while since I've been on his live stream. So I figured, so many times that they have sent an invite for me to go, and it's always caught me at a bad time. I figured, let's do this. So I will be joining Sneed live tomorrow. I know we're going to be covering some stuff. Basically, I'm on there for the future devices coming out. So the Pixel 6, 6 Pro, the iPhone 13, and kind of give some thoughts on that. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'm kind of excited to be a part of it. Haven't been a part of its live streams in a long, long time. I think it was like last year. I was on one of them. But anyways, so that's why there's not going to be a live stream tomorrow. So I'm doing it today. And today we are going to celebrate the Pixel 4a's birthday. It's 1 year old. 1 year old as of August 20th. And I'm going to talk a lot about the Pixel 4a and the 4a only, not the 4a 5G, just the 4a, and talk a lot about it. My experiences for over a year. We'll talk more about that. Also, we're going to talk about Android 12 beta 4.1. I know I put 4.2. I don't know why I put 4.2, but I guess it's because of the build number. It's SP4.2, yada, yada, yada. And I'm going to talk about what this update brings. It's a very small update, nothing too extravagant per se, but I do have the release notes from Google regarding it. I'm also going to be talking about this big scare, the scare of Android going to be obliterated and thrown off out of the woodworks, and that it's going to be fuchsia, and fuchsia is the way of the future, and fuchsia is really going to be it, and why I think that that's not actually going to happen. I'll get into all that here with the live stream today. So again, welcome everybody to the live. Glad to have you guys here. Yes, you guys may have noticed on the YouTube side, you've had to have been subscribed to me longer than 5 days to be able to comment. And that's just, just to keep it civil and just to keep it locked on what we're talking about here and not some, extra BS stuff or whatnot. Tend to not like those things. So to be straight out with everybody. Steven Anderson. Hi. Hey, how's it going? Anyways, so let's just kind of dive right into it. So let's talk about the Pixel 4a. It's a year old, and it's still worth it today. Now, obviously, it's not available in on the Google side of things. So therefore, if you were to go to like store.google.com, this is not up for sale anymore on there. They take them out. I'm not entirely sure why Google wants to do that for it, because there's still people who probably still want to get the 4a and maybe wanted it at a lower price than $350. Even though that is relatively a low price, they may have wanted it for me like $200. Of course, there was the black variant, and then there was also the blue variant, and the blue one, I think a lot of people were kind of frustrated that came out a little bit later after the just black version came out on August 20th, 2020. So, hey, Tech for Your Needs, what's up? Welcome. So the Pixel 4a continued on what Google set out to do, which is to kind of highlight and spotlight the mid-range. No, sorry, I'm not bringing any guests on the live. Ray, what's up, man? What's going on? However, so the Pixel 3a came out in 2019 at Google I/O, and so we were kind of skeptical about a follow-up release device to it because we didn't know if Google was literally going to continue on and try to build on that trend, or if there was just like a one-time thing, right? So there was a lot of speculations regarding the Pixel 4a, and during the time of the pandemic, really kind of set things back a little bit, because when I/O was canceled for 2020, we were like, okay, what about the next generation of the A series for Google? And to our surprise, a 30-second clip came out on August 5th announcing the Pixel 4a, and pre-orders began. The device launched specifically on August 20th, 2020, where you can go to store.google.com and buy one directly from there. those that had their pre-orders had theirs sent out, so they would arrive, within the coming days, right? And a lot of people were really shocked when it came to the price tag of this, because the Pixel 3a launched at a $399 price tag. This launch, the Pixel 4a launched at a $349 price tag, so $50 off, its previous version. And it still contained the same things that we loved out of the Pixel 3a. So we still had the headphone jack, polycarbonate build over glass build, so a little bit more durability. And we were kind of shocked to see that its size was smaller, so much that there were a lot of people who were still confused and thought that maybe the Pixel 3a they had was an XL model, because the 3a is larger than the 4a. And that is only because they were able to get more screen real estate in the Pixel 4a in a smaller form factor. So small body size, but, bigger display as far as on spec sheet paper wise. And beyond that, it maintained a lot of the things that we liked besides the headphone jack and the polycarbonate build. It also, contained a longer battery life, so a much good sized battery that gave you nearly like a day and a half of battery life on it. It was actually pretty good. But the big overall thing was the cameras. So photos taken from the Pixel 4a are really, really good. So much that before this live stream started, if anyone actually came and was waiting in the lobby, you may have noticed that I used the Pixel 4a photos as a trailer to this live stream before starting the live stream. And that's just so people can see the photos I was able to capture with my Pixel 4a in various situations. Of course, the sunset, the lighting, the contrast of the light from the sun, which was warm, orangey and things like that, along with like the winter sky of like a purplish cloud, just really kind of clashed and gave this really good aesthetic. And I'm not a type of person that's going to sit around and adjust things just so I can get a photo. I'm a point and shoot type of guy. It's like, I see the sky, wow, great sunset. Take out the phone, snap, boom, photo taken. I'm not going to line my shots up or anything like that. I'm not a professional photographer. And for the Pixel 4a to be able to take something that I do and amplify it by 10 to make it seem like as if I did line my shots, I did do all these things to make it the best photo that I can capture from it, was really intriguing to me. Like, you're getting all this at a much cheaper price compared to what the Pixel 5 launched at. Because you got to remember, the Pixel 5 was still kind of treading a very high mid-range device, right? So stepping away from the flagship, classifications, and was classified as a higher mid-range device. And this went for $699, so basically $700 for the Pixel 5. So $100 off than what it normally charged for their Pixel flagship. And you got this for $350. And of course, there was one that was set in between that I keep, kind of emphasizing to people that the Pixel 4a 5G was literally the XL model for both these phones, right? They weren't going to create 4 phones and have like a 5XL and then a 4A XL. So they just created these two, the 4A and the 5, and then the 4A 5G sat in between as the XL for both of them. Hey, what's up, Gboy888? How's it going? Yeah, Team Pixel. So therefore, the 4A 5G kind of came a little bit later, came in November, right? But that one provided 5G connectivity with the Snapdragon X52 modem. So it gave 5G connectivity with low band 5G. And then they still ended up making a 4th model, even though technically it really wasn't a separate model. But the 4A 5G Verizon model had millimeter wave compatibility. And so technically there's 4 phones. There's the 4A, the 4A sub 6, the 4A millimeter wave sub 6, and then the 5, which the 5 had millimeter wave and sub 6 support. Not going on today, but the Pixel 5a today only has sub 6 and doesn't have millimeter wave support. So that's for another topic. But the 4A really brought it in a lot. First of all, for those who were like, I don't know about Pixels, I hear people talk about them, I hear the nerds and the geeks talk about them, how should I try it? This was a very safe bet to try it, because this gave you the same experience you would get from this, okay? People may disagree with me, oh well. But at the end of the day, when it came to software experience, this phone gave you the same experience this phone has to offer. And we're not talking about chipsets and all that stuff. I'm talking about software experience, where it really matters. This phone gave the same experience as this phone, and this only costed you $350. So anyone that wanted to try a Pixel device, this was the best option to start off with in your journey to Pixels, to really kind of, understand what all the geeks and nerds are raging about when it comes to Google Pixel phones. The 4a is that entry in, and the 4a solidified its footprint in the mid-range market. As the 5a dropped, and even though there's stuff going on with the 5a, Google is going to continue that trend. And what does Google really do with these Pixel phones? What is the whole sole purpose of these Pixel phones, whether it's the flagships or the A series mid-rangers? What is the whole purpose of it? And really, on Sneed's live stream, Pete said it best. And I don't know if anyone really caught what Pete said when he was saying that the Google Pixel phones really was to kind of show the OEMs how Android should be. So you have the software playing well with the hardware, means that they've optimized it very, very well. Now, this phone has a Snapdragon 730G chip, right? You're not going to expect to have flagship performance on a device like this, but let me tell you right now, even to an older flagship, say such as the iPhone XS, this is smooth. The experience software-wise is smooth with the Pixel 4a that's meant to be a mid-ranger versus something that is a timeless flagship like the iPhone XS, which is running right now. I think right now iOS 14.7, I believe it's on. So it's on the latest version of iOS. This runs really good, and it's a mid-ranger. It's not a flagship, but it gives you that flagship type performance, basically showcasing that how Android is well optimized on this device, kind of giving a playbook to Samsung, to Xiaomi, to Motorola, Lenovo, every other OEM out there that licenses Android. Google has the Pixel phones to show them, hey, this is how Android should be. That's initially what its main purpose is for. The secondary purpose of a Pixel device is obviously for photos, to be able to capture life's moments at a snap of a finger and really not have to line your shots. You don't have to spend your time setting up a tripod. I mean, well, now, we all own tripods, but we don't need to be setting up tripods or playing with pro modes and trying to get the white balance right, trying to get the ISOs right, all these things, right? People just want to be like, oh my gosh, that is fun. Snap, done. And this can do it well. And this doesn't have the dedicated image processing chip that the Pixel 3 has, right? The Pixel 3, one of the things I really loved about that phone was that it had a dedicated chip for image processing. That's why processing photos on the Pixel 3 and the 3 XL was really fast. They kind of went away with that, which I don't understand why Google went away with that, but literally relying on AI kind of shows you how powerful their AI is. If it's able to kind of match the speed. So it doesn't really process photos as fast as the Pixel 3. I would say with the 4a and even the 3a, it processes photos maybe about 2 to 3 seconds slower, right? So that's all reliant on AI to fix that. And that's insane that it can do that. So a very, very happy birthday to the Pixel 4a. I know I'm about 6 days late to saying that, but it is a year old now. And if you can find one online from eBay, from Amazon, if you can find one locally from OfferUp and anything like that, you're looking forward into it, I would say definitely check it out. All right, we get to the comments here. We got two phones in the building too as well. What's up, man? I use A line of Samsung, LOL, but also have the S25G. Nice. Awaiting my 5A delivery by end of the... Oh, wow, man. You're going to... Let's everybody give blessings to Gboy 888 so that way the anxiety doesn't kick in. Hopefully you don't get anxiety like I do. Like if I bought the Pixel 5a and I was looking on FedEx and to see that it was being shipped to me and they were like, it'll be delivered to you by the end of the day, my anxiety really kicks in because I really wanted the phone in hand. And I start thinking of all kinds of crazy stuff. Like, what if they just drop it on my doorstep and don't even tell me it's here and someone swipes it and gets a free phone out of me, this and that and the third. So it was like, all those things kind of hit me. But hey, man, congratulations on getting the Pixel 5a. And I know that there's a lot of stuff circulating about it. Anxious? Yes. Yeah. Oh, man, you got to be. You just can't wait to get that box in your hand, to peel the sticker tabs off the back of it that allows you to just open the box and reveal the ever so glorious Pixel 5a. And I know that people are kind of upset with the 4K 60 recording and it overheating and stuff like that. Shout out to Latrell for a video that he dropped today. If you guys did not catch Latrell's video on the Centec, definitely check it out. I liked what he did. Not only did he go and test 4K 60 frames recording on the outside and everything like that, but he also went ahead and just tested it out, gaming, tested it out, watching a video. And YouTube, Latrell has my permission to use my video in his video because he watched one of my old live streams that he was a guest on, and he played half an hour of it. But you know, of course, he sped up the time in the video, and he was trying to see what else kind of like makes the Pixel 5a overheat. And to his finding, the only thing that overheats the Pixel 5a is recording in 4K 60 frames per second, and even recording in 4K 30 frames per second. But he notice different times, right? Which obviously is going to make sense. If you're recording in 4K 60 frames outside where it's 100 degrees, obviously the phone's going to heat up pretty quickly versus being inside. Like if I was inside here, I keep my temperature of my AC at 68 degrees, right? So it's really cold in my apartment. Okay. So maybe if I recorded 4K 60 frames with the Pixel 5a, maybe it might take me, 20, 30 minutes for it to overheat. Well, when you're capturing that much detail in a frame by frame shot, recording a video that's massively in data size, it is going to put a lot of pressure on the 765G. I've tried shooting in 4K with my Pixel 5 and it hasn't overheated. So if they can do it with the Pixel 5 of it not overheating, then I have faith in Google that they will fix the issue with the Pixel 5a. That's about the most I want to spend talking about that. So anyways, hopefully you enjoy your Pixel 5a. Congratulations to you on it, bro. So now we're going to talk about Android 12 beta 4.1. Technically it's 4.1, not 4.2. This update released yesterday, but however I flashed it in this morning, and so let me get that screen pulled up so we can go over what the release notes say about the Android 12 beta 4.1. So this is not beta 5. There's not a major change or bug fix to beta 4, just a very small one. Okay, so let me add to the screen. All right, here we go. So we have the release notes of Android 12 beta 4.1. So release date was yesterday, August 25th, 2021. The build number is SPB4.210715.014. All right. The emulator support is by 86, 64-bit. Security patch level is August 2021. So we do get an update to the security patch level in beta 4.1. The previous version of beta, that beta 4, came out on August 11th. And that one, Google Play services and everything was slightly behind on that. Okay, so here we go. 12 beta 4.1, which was released yesterday. If you're already running developer preview or beta build, you will automatically receive an over-the-air update, which is what I got. This minor update to Android 12 beta 4 includes the following fixes. Fixed an issue that caused some devices to get stuck in a boot loop after restarting the device. The issue number was number 193.789.343. That was a ticket number regarding that issue. That has been fixed. Another issue that's been fixed an issue where heads-up notifications were sometimes not shown, requiring the user to swipe into the notification drawer to view them. That was issue number 196.264.672. That has been addressed and fixed with this latest update. We have fixed an issue with the device volume control sometimes did not work when casting. That issue number was 196.528.545. That has been addressed and fixed. They also fixed an issue where Face Unlock did not work on some devices. So this would probably pertain to the Pixel 4. The issue was number 189.819.846. They also fixed an issue that prevented users from granting the nearby device's permission to the phone app in settings. Users who are experiencing a crash loop with the phone app when trying to make a call over Bluetooth can now grant the required permissions. To do this, long press the phone app and tap app info, then go to permissions, nearby devices, and select allow. This issue number was issue number 196.325.588. They also fixed an issue where after connecting to the phone, connecting the phone to a VPN, the phone could not connect to the internet. That issue has been fixed, with the issue number being 196.237.480. So those are just small things that they addressed and fixed with this latest release in beta 4.1, technically 4.1. So I misput 4.2. I know someone's going to make mention about it in the title. I will fix the title. But these are some things that technically needed to be addressed and fixed. So I'm glad that Google was on it and they went ahead and fixed these issues. Especially some of them were really needing to be fixed and addressed. So shouts out to Google for that. Definitely on that one. That was actually pretty cool. Let's see. You saw his video. It was good. I'm thinking Google has a good opportunity to send a software patch with the September security update. Yes, definitely for the Pixel 5a. My Pixel 3 had the boot loop issue upon restarting with beta 4. I just went ahead and unenrolled the device. Yeah, so they fixed that issue with this recent release yesterday. So yesterday's release of Android 12 beta 4.1, that has been fixed. That's done with, right? As far as the aesthetics of the phone, for those people who wanted to know, did they update the clock widget? And I'm gonna tell you guys right now that sadly, no, they did not. So if you go into your widgets and you go to clock widget, you still get the native analog. We kind of stop the screen share. You get the native analog, you get the digital and the smaller digital. It doesn't still have that gear cog looking widget. So they haven't really updated the Android 12 widgets to Android 12. Now, to answer a question on that, because someone will ask, like, why aren't they doing it? And the reason why they're not doing it is because they don't want to half-ass this, where they release their updated widgets, yet other companies like Facebook and Twitter haven't done theirs, So it would be odd to show a play on the new widgets and also on the old. Some people would be okay with it. Some people would have been like, I'm totally fine with just, Google's new widgets being on there, and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram's, theirs is not on there. I'm totally cool with it. Some people would be cool with it. Some people won't. They'll critique it. There's people that's already critiquing things about Android 12, and it's not even officially Android 12 yet. There are people that's going to do comparisons between Android 12 beta and Android 11, which is fine and dandy. You know what I mean? It's informative. But as for me, I'm not going to really do anything like that just yet until full-fledged Android 12 comes out, because we don't know what kind of changes Google is going to make. They could add something in today and then decide that that's not a good fit for Android 12 and completely remove it when the final version comes out. And then if you're comparing and critiquing based upon that feature, and maybe giving it like a bad review because of that feature, not knowing that they removed it in the final version of Android 12, then you just basically made a comparison to something that's absolutely just not there. A fly just came by me and bugged the hell out of me. This is why I gotta tell my kids. I tell my kids all the time, when you guys, go outside, close the door, because flies will come inside here because it's hot outside, and then they come in here to the air conditioning. So now I gotta go and get them out. This is a good drink, by the way. This is Aquaberry lemonade iced from Dutch Brothers. You love your Pixel 4a? Awesome. How you loving your Pixel 5a? Because the controversy with the Pixel 5a and everything like that with the 4K, it's going all over the place. But I really dig Luttrell's video and his perspective on the things that he said about the Pixel 5a. So shouts out to him for that. There was one topic, the other topic I wanted to discuss, but I totally forgot what I was going to discuss. The third one. We just went through both topics already. I am going to be working on a video. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be shooting that video and then doing the voiceover, but I'm actually going to be comparing the Nord N10 5G to the Pixel 5. So that video is going to drop later today. And I'm using, I'll talk about that then. But using the Nord N10, and I have it back on Metro by T-Mobile. People will wonder, why are you back on Metro by T-Mobile? Well, I wanted to test something, which I'm actually testing it right now. I'm not gonna put that video out until about another week after I'm done. But I'm comparing the connectivity with Google Fi versus Metro, but in a more in-depth, because I've noticed something that's kind of strange, and so it's going to require a lot of testing for me before I can put that video out and give you guys my findings on it. But literally, what I'm actually looking for is Google Fi's access to T-Mobile's network, because there are places, just to kind of give you guys a preview, there are places where I'll put the Google Fi SIM card into the OnePlus Nord, which is a Metro phone. This was bought on Metro, and I'll put it in here, and I'll get 5G connectivity. You know, obviously because it's T-Mobile's network with Google Fi. But like I'll notice, like in some places that I go at in my city, like I don't. When it comes to 5G access, I don't rely on the 5G icon on top, because that tends to get stuck. That sticks, and it'll read 5G when it's really not connected to any 5G. You know, like I'll go into Signal Check Pro, the icon will say 5G on the screen, but Signal Check Pro will tell me that there is no 5G connection. It's only depending on LTE band 66. So if that's the case, then I'm only really connected to LTE. When you run a speed test on Ookla, it'll say LTE and not 5G. But yet I'm supposed to be, you know, in that area on 5G when it comes to Google Fi. Now, the funny thing is, when I switch it from Google Fi and I put the Metro SIM in here, that same place where I was only getting LTE on Fi, Metro actually is getting T-Mobile's low band 5G. So it is getting, like, you know, band 2, LTE band 2 plus, you know, 5G, which means obviously, yes, it's not SA, it's NSA, so it's not standalone 5G. So it is 5G mixed with LTE combination for the aggregation and speed to get to your phone. Now, that could also, I mean, that's what I'm searching on, because I'm also looking at the speed test in the same area. I'll speed test the N10 on Metro. I'll pull maybe 300 to 400 megabits down, about, you know, 60 to 80 up, and then I'll pop it out. I'll pop the Fi SIM card in there, make sure it's fully active, and then I'll run the same speed test in that area, and then I'm pulling about 110, 98, you know, 90s, and then 40s and 50s on the uplink. And it's like, okay, so I'm really kind of testing this out, because I don't want to be that, you know, I don't want to be that jackass that puts a video out and then there was something else that maybe I didn't do right or whatever. So I want to make sure that I'm thorough with it. So probably next week I will drop that video, 5 versus Metro 5G, and kind of go over the aesthetics of it. I'm also testing it where I'm putting both Fi on the Pixel 5, and then I'm putting the Metro SIM active on the Pixel 5 and doing these speed tests. Of course, that's going to be a little bit harder, only because I have the Metro line connected to, you know, to the OnePlus. When I pop the SIM card out and put the Fi SIM card in here, it's no big deal. When I switch back and I take the Fi SIM out and I put the Metro back in here, it'll work. But, you know, to do that with the Pixel 5, to make that changeover for Metro, I would have to do the whole, you know, IMEI swap and all that other stuff. And so that does take some time. So I definitely would have to, you know, that's why it's taking a little bit longer to do those things, you know, having to do SIM swaps and stuff like that. I really wish Metro would just let you just plug and play like AT&T does, but obviously they don't. So yeah, that's gonna be kind of crazy. But that's coming in the works. But today's video, I'm actually going to be comparing the Pixel 5 to the OnePlus Nord N10 5G. These are two devices that I'm currently in the last couple of days I've been carrying in my pocket. Mostly the Nord I'm using, you know, I'm testing out Metro's network and also, you know, just using it. But then I have Visible in my Pixel 5, and so yeah, Google Fi currently right now in the Pixel 4a. But I will take it, you know, and do more tests comparing those two. So, but the 5 versus, what was I say, the 5A? I don't have the 5A, but the 5 versus the Nord N10. And hopefully down the road, if I get the 5A, I will compare the 5A to the Nord N10. So we'll see how that works out. Oh, quick side question. When someone takes Mucinex, does it ever make them feel like their throat is dry? And if you didn't know, I'm like, I got the cold. I swear it's a cold. I went to the doctor yesterday. It's the cold. They gave me Mucinex for congestion. They gave me medication for cough. I'm good. As far as the other thing, I did get tested for it. It came back negative. So, but yeah, I've been kind of feeling a little bit under the weather the last couple of days. I'm getting over it. I'm doing a little bit better now. So, That's always good. Jonah, what's up? What's going on? Anyways, yeah, so that's before I close it out, how's everybody else doing? We know that Gboy 888 is getting his Pixel 5a today, so shouts out to him. Happy for you. I know that feeling. Can't wait to unbox it. But what's everyone else up to? And while I'm waiting for you guys to kind of chime in, let me know how your day is going. Don't forget, tomorrow evening, I will be joining on Sneed's live stream. So 8 p.m. his time. It'll be 6 p.m. my time. Roughly about there is when they're going to start. I'm hoping that Technoid and the rest of the crew is on there too to hang out with them. But yes, I will be joining them. Sneed hit me up so I can make sure I cleared time, at least that time schedule, to go on live and be a guest on his live stream. So I'm looking forward to that. Just enjoying my day off. Are you going to be doing any more like thorough testing on the Pixel 5a, or what's happening? Are you doing more videos on the TCL device? Are you going to compare the two? What do we have in the works for you? What are you going to be doing here soon? Yeah, Restream got some new timer intros and stuff like that. I just saw them today, so I started to play around with them a little bit. Looks like Restream's adding just a little bit more, so that's actually cool for these live streams. Don't think I will compare the TCL phone with the Pixel 5a. Ah, gotcha. No, could. If anyone's interested in that. I mean, I would. I'd like to see how TCL stacks up against the Pixel. But possibly, yeah, very possibly. Whew. I'm still trying to think there was something I wanted to talk about, but I completely lost it. And it's not like I can go and like rewind the live stream here to go see what I said I was going to talk about. So if I missed that subject, then I apologize to everybody that was probably waiting for that topic to go through. I just totally forgot it. Both phones are great. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. And I think I am due the white 4A on the thumbnail. That's actually blue. That's actually the blue one. So there is a blue version to the Pixel 4A. Let me pull up a photo here and I'll share it. Images. Yeah, it kind of looks white. I mean, in certain light, but oh no. That was somebody's video. I don't want a video, I want a photo. Okay, there we go. Let's see if I can make this photo bigger, so then that way no, I don't want to buy the phone. I just want to show it. Okay. There we go. Now let me just kind of share this to the screen and you shall see. Okay. Voila. Yeah, so the Pixel 4a that's in my thumbnail is actually this one right here. It's barely blue is what the name of it is. It's barely blue. But it's got that orange accent for the power button. And I think you can still buy them. On Amazon, I've seen them for sale for $350. So that's probably like your best bet to find one brand new sealed in the box. But yeah, this device, this version of the Pixel 4a released in November of 2020. So about 3 months after the Pixel 4a Just Black launched in August, then they launched a exclusive color in November. So that's yeah. I mean, you probably find it on Amazon. I've seen several places on Amazon that have it for sale, but it goes for $350 still. Sad case was that on Google Fi they never had that particular one for sale. So if you went through Google Fi to get a phone, it was going to be the just black Pixel 4a. They didn't have the option for the barely blue model. Thus, their 2-year subscription plan that they had, where you contract for 2 years and you get the phone at a much cheaper price. I think it was like $250 or like $100 off. You'd be paying over 24 months, but then at the end of the 24 months, you can upgrade to the next device that comes out, which would have been the Pixel 6a by that time that happened. But anyways, yeah, they never had the barely blue version, so that kind of sucked. Wow, really? I thought it was a single color only release. No, there's a barely blue one on Amazon. It's on Amazon now. They had it on the Google Store, but I believe they took them down. Let me go to the Google Store and see. Store.google. I keep hitting space.com. I don't think they have it there anymore. So they still have the Pixel 5, the 5a 5G, and the 4a with 5G, but I do not see the Pixel 4a anymore. Stadia controller. Yeah, they have like a lot of those things. Then the new Fitbit Charge 5, optimize your routine. So they have the Fitbit on the Google Store, but yeah. Go to Amazon. The Pixel 4a blue. No, I don't want cases. I want the phone. And they may not have them anymore. Uh-oh. Hang on. Let me just click on the Pixel 4a that they have for sale over here. Oh, they do. Okay. Alrighty. They do. They still have it for sale on Amazon. So... yeah, if you go to Amazon, you just type in Pixel 4a blue. You'll find it right there. Right, so barely blue. It has the front of the phone. Go to the back of the phone, and there you have it. Yep. Yeah, this came out in November of last year, so it didn't release exactly at the same time that the Pixel 4a just black version came out. Here, I'll do you guys a solid. Hold on. Let me go to Amazon real quick. I will pop the link in the chat. So hopefully you guys can click on the link and pull it up on yourselves. But you can buy it. There you go. And I'll tell you right here. Where's it at? Yeah, so if you free delivery, if you bought it now, you can expect it to come in by September 18th to October 3rd. Fast delivery, September 12th to the 25th. It usually ships within 2 to 4 weeks. So ships from Amazon.com, sold by Amazon.com. But yeah, if you want to buy one, there's how you can do it. So for anyone that's interested in a Pixel 4a blue version. Yeah, there are several people, you could YouTube it. There are several people who unboxed the Pixel 4a when it came out and launched, and then when the 4a barely blue came out, then they went and they bought that phone and unboxed it, and it looks nice. It does. I mean, stay with like the 5. I mean, the 5 is sage green. This one barely blue. It's like it's blue, but if you have it like indoor with lighting, it could look white. But with some correct lighting, it'll show that it's blue. And that orange accent button just really kind of sets it off. I don't know what it is about it. But it's the same like my Panda Pixel 2 XL. That one has an orange accent button. Yeah, I have it out here because I record with the Pixel 2 XL. I'm about to make a video here giving my thoughts in comparison between the Pixel 5 and the OnePlus Nord N10 5G, and just kind of comparing those two. So that video is coming out later on today. Yeah, the blue is nice. I really wish that Google would just do more colors. Like I would expect Google to do more colors since the Google logo is a hybrid of colors, is different colors, red, yellow, green, all in the G logo. I figured like, with the A series, they could have at least released like, a blue version of the 4A. But then again, of course, the pandemic is the reason why that there was a shortage on it and why they didn't have the exclusive color in an abundance. But the Pixel 5A could have had a bunch of colors. They could have had a red one, a green one, yellow one. I don't know. That's just me. But oh yeah, on eBay too as well. There's 8 of them for sale on eBay. What's the turnaround time for the orders on those ones though? Like, is it as weird as Amazon's one, where Amazon's like, if you do the free shipping between the 18th and October 3rd? Oh, because you're in Austria. I got you. Oh man. I don't know, if you have family here, you probably could have family order it for you and then have them like when they get it, have them ship it to you. Like I used to do that for people until one person got pretty sideways with me, and so I figured it's not worth the headaches anymore. So I am not ever gonna do that again. Where I would order the phone for somebody, then somebody would pay me, and I would ship the phone to them. Like I'm not ever gonna do that again. Free 3-day shipping, awesome. I think what is it? What was I gonna say? Oh, the 5A. The 5A is only sold here in the US and in Japan. That's so weird. I still don't understand, Google's method with that one. Because India is a very huge market. I wouldn't want to given that up. And a lot of people in India were like super excited for the Pixel 5A. I mean, when I was live streaming talking about the Pixel 5A before it was even announced, I had people from India coming in and like, when is this coming to India? Like, I don't know. I don't work for Google. I just, talk tech. Which is also, the thing that's coming up next, which we'll be discussing in Sneed's live stream. So I'm not trying to take too much thunder away, so I'm not telling you guys too much of what I think about the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. I'm kind of saving that for his show. But I will say this, I am thoroughly excited for the Pixel 6 and the 6 Pro. If anything, if the 6 comes out by the time that I have enough money for it, between that and the 5A, I'll more than likely get the 6 first, and then I'll get the 5A later. I don't know if there's gonna be like anything drastically different between the Pixel 6 that's going to be sold in Japan. Well, the 5A that's going to be sold in Japan versus the 5A that's here in the US. I just think that that's just the 2 market areas that they're going to sell it, which is sad. It really is sad. I really wish that Google would open it up, Because, like, to be honest with everybody, places are opening back up, right? Jobs are coming back. So I really don't see that this pandemic is going to be an issue. When you're having people return back to work and stuff like that, then there shouldn't really be an issue when it comes to this. But I mean, that's just me. So I don't have family in the US, but I have the 4A and black, and I'm satisfied with it. Yeah, you can always skin. You can always skin your devices. That's one thing I tell people too. Like, if they don't like the colors that Google releases, they don't like just black because it's too boring for them, and barely blue's not their forte, right? Well, then get a skin from like D brand or from Skinami or any of these other skin companies, and just skin your phone. That actually works good too. And trust me, I would say this, like, when it comes to a device that has a glass back, I would definitely, recommend skinning if you don't want to rock a case, which I don't know how I'm going to be with my Pixel 6, because I did crack the screen on my Pixel 5. So this cracked. What I initially did was I put a screen protector on it, so I don't feel the cracks that runs through the display. And then in the top right corner, I did apply a little bit of super glue because there was kind of a hole there, and that was just to kind of protect it from, like, if I'm caught in the rain with it, like water won't get in, even though this is supposed to be water resistant. Since it's cracked, it's compromised. And I put just a little bit of super glue right there on the edge itself, which is actually the sealant. So that black strip you see on the edge between the aluminum body and the display, that's not a bezel. That is actually the sealant for the display itself. When they replace the display, they put a whole new one on it. So that's what that is. But yeah, I had to seal that off so that way it's water resistant integrity is at least at 72%. That's just me spitballing it. Okay, I didn't do any type of data analysis to tell you how water resistant it is right now with those cracks. It's just I'm spitballing it. But yeah, so a case for the Pixel 6 definitely, but at the same time too, like I don't want to rock it with a case because I think that the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, the way that they're designed, I think they look cool. I really do. But that's just the nerd in me. I like the way that they look, and so I am hoping that that it's not like I don't know. Maybe I'll find like a clear case for it. I think that's why clear cases come in handy because you can still see the integrity of the phone, like the design and everything like that. I mean, I have a clear case on my Pixel 2 XL. That's why you can tell that it is the Panda model, but there is a case on it. And so I think that's just probably what I'll do with my Pixel 6 is get a clear case. Because I'm going to go for the Pixel 6, not the 6 Pro, but I'm going to go for the Pixel 6, the smaller one. And the color option I am definitely shooting for is for the greenish color, right? So like the lime green top, the kind of forest green body with the black camera bar separating the two tones. That's what I'm going to go for. If they don't have that one in stock, if that one's gone, then I'll go for like the reddish one. But the green one's the one I want. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess like with the sage green Pixel 5 kind of maybe just like the green colors. So I'm going for that. And same like the Pixel 5a, obviously it comes in one color, which is, what do they call it? It's not barely black because it's an olive color, which I know because it's the Pixel Buds A, the olive colored one, was the Easter egg to tell us what the Pixel 5a color was going to be. How crazy is that, right? And that's why like there was also like a sale when you buy the Pixel 5a, you can get, I think it was like $40 off the Pixel Buds A if you bundled it together. The Pixel 5a had a crazy launch. Almost black. There you go. Thanks. Almost black, which is not actually black. It's an olive green color, which is the same color as the Pixel Buds A, because those launched in two colors, all white, and then there was an olive green color to it. But yeah, they had like a lot of deals. I don't know if the deals are still going on. I know with Google Fi, if you bought the Pixel 5a with the Google Fi, you got 3 months of Google Fi free on their $70 plan. So, you would get the full unlimited with data only SIM card attachments and international calling to 50 countries. You would totally get that. I thought that was a pretty dang good deal for the Pixel 5a. And then, so I wonder if anyone took advantage of that. Because I mean, Google Fi phones, and I'll repeat this again because I was in Reddit the other day and I was having conversations with people on the Google Fi thread. They were like, if you got a phone through Google Fi, do you have to wait to get it unlocked? And I'm like, no, Google Fi phones are unlocked already out of the box. Like I've tried this before. The Pixel 3 that I ordered on Google Fi, which was the first Pixel I've ever owned, the day that it came in, and I did the unboxing on a live stream. After the live stream was over, before I put the Google Fi service on my Pixel 3, I threw in another SIM card right off jump before, and it worked. The phones are unlocked. They've always been unlocked. There's no wait time. There's no be with us 60 days and we'll unlock your phone. All phones sold through Google Fi are unlocked. The Samsungs, the Motorola's, the LGs, they're all unlocked. So, I know some people will probably like go through Fi and then buy it through them. And they can test out Google Fi. And if like in the first couple of days they don't like it, you can give the phone line to somebody else and just take the SIM out, or erase the eSIM and just put your provider phone SIM card in there. If it's Visible, if it's Metro, Cricket, Boost Mobile. Which is another thing too, because I guess for some reason Boost Mobile stopped activating the Pixel 3a, which is crazy because I shared a link on Reddit to the Reddit posters showing them that I was able to activate my Pixel 3a on Boost Mobile last year. And I guess sometime along the way, Boost Mobile blacklisted the Pixel 3a again. I don't know why they would do that. That's insane. There are people that have Pixel phones that would be okay with joining Boost Mobile, because maybe Boost Mobile works great in their area. Especially here soon, it's going to work great where you have AT&T, because Boost Mobile will be using AT&T's network and not using T-Mobile's network anymore. So if AT&T is good in your area, Boost Mobile is actually going to work differently. And yeah, it's just sad that the person was like, they went online to boostmobile.com. They did the IMEI swap, got a new TN SIM card, put it in their Pixel 3a, and it was working for like a day or two. And out of nowhere, it just killed out with no connection at all whatsoever. Like no data connection, none of that stuff. And that was really sad. Same thing kind of happened to me with Los Mobile and the Pixel 5. I don't know exactly what happened. That's why I don't use Los Mobile in my Pixel 5. For some reason, when I had it in there, it just completely killed out. It was like, I was riding around, all of a sudden I just seen like the 5G logo disappeared, and there was a big old X where the antenna modem was at. And I did everything from resetting the network settings, and logging back into Wi-Fi, logging back into my Bluetooth devices. But like, yeah, AT&T wouldn't work on this, and so I kept the SIM out of there. So yeah. Hey, Big Lou, what's up? What's going on, man? So yeah, I mean, that happened with the person on Boost Mobile and their Pixel 3a. So I guess kind of updating everybody out there, if you have a Pixel 3a and you're thinking about joining Boost, it may not work. And it's not really the Google Pixel's fault. It'd be more Boost Mobile's fault. And Dish, because Dish now owns Boost Mobile. So kind of like, I don't know. I just don't know why they wouldn't allow it to work. It worked perfectly fine. Like I had Boost Mobile in the Pixel 3a for a month and it worked solid. That was when Snade did the giveaway, and he gave away 3 Boost Mobile SIM cards. And he ended up hitting me up, and he's asked me if I wanted one of them. I'm like, yeah, sure. So he set it up for me and everything like that. Then he mailed the SIM card to me, and I got it like 2 or 3 days after he mailed it. And first I put it in my iPhone 7 that was locked to T-Mobile, but it wouldn't run. And then switched it out, got a TN SIM card from the Boost Mobile store, came back, popped that into the Pixel 3a, went through the activation process with the IMEI swap on boostmobile.com, and registered the SIM card and everything like that. And then it fired up and worked, and I was using it just fine. What is my take on the 5a? I really don't have much of a take on it because I don't have it in hand. I don't have the phone physically. From what I'm hearing, if you're asking what my thoughts are with the whole 4K 60 frame debacle that's happening right now, I honestly believe Google will fix that with software update. The only thing I can think of is that if software update doesn't fix the overheating issue with the Pixel 5a, then it has to do with design of the board, which means that it is not expelling the heat properly, or it's too congested underneath the aluminum body housing, right? Because everyone is saying that on the Pixel 5a that the chip has to be just below the camera sensor. But how well do they have the board set up to where it could efficiently push heat away and prevent it from overheating? Latrell's video today where he talked about it, the thing that he said towards the end of the video, and he's absolutely right. I agree with him on that, is that it's advertised that you can record in 4K 60 frames per second, so that should work. And you shouldn't have an issue with it at all whatsoever. However, I'm not too critical on Google for it because Google is good at optimizing Android on their Pixel devices, so they should be able to correct this issue. And if I'm not mistaken, when the Pixel 5 came out, the Pixel 5 had the same issue with recording in 4K 60 frames, and that has been alleviated. I could record in 60 frames with my Pixel 5, no problem. We'll see. We'll just have to see in September what's actually going to happen. You're looking... Do you think the 485G is still good? I think the 485G is still good. I honestly think so. So the reason that, like, when I talked briefly about the Pixel 5a in the past, and I talked about how it wasn't an upgrade from the 4a5G, because it's really not an upgrade from the 4a5G. There are some minor changes, right? So IP67 water and dust resistance on the 5a, and then you also have a aluminum housing instead of polycarbonate plastic. So they kind of switched that up on everybody and kind of just basically built a bigger version of the Pixel 5. Because it has a Snapdragon 765G chip, which the 4a5G has also. It doesn't have millimeter wave support for Verizon as the millimeter wave version of the 4a5G does. That would probably be the only time I really say, like, you know, go for it. I mean, if you can find the 4a5G for cheap, that's great. If you can find the Verizon variant, which is the just white version, that's great. What's up, Jose? That would be great, because then you would have access to both millimeter wave and low band, mid band 5G with the 4a5G Verizon model. But if you get the unlocked model that came from Google or from Google Fi, that only supports sub 6 5G, so you won't get millimeter wave access if you happen to use Verizon or you switch to Verizon or any of its prepaid MVNOs. You won't have access to millimeter wave. That's where the 4a5G still takes the cake above it. The 5A is $50 less than what the 4a5G costs, which is a sub 6 model. If you actually bought the millimeter wave sub 6 4a5G at, you know, its new price, it would actually have been $600. So the 5A is still cheaper in that way. But if you can find the 4a5G for roughly about $400 or less, depending, because I've seen OfferUp. There's a lady here that I've been trying to negotiate a deal with, but she hasn't really responded to me on OfferUp. She has a 4a5G that she only used for a month. It is the millimeter wave variant, and she's selling it on OfferUp for $200. And I hit her with the message, if the item's still available. She responded back like a week later saying, yes, it is. And I responded to her like, I want to buy it for $200, and I haven't heard nothing from her since. And I'm just like, so yeah, if you can get the 4a5G for cheap, then definitely go for it. The 5A is the 5 done right, except lack of 90 hertz refresh. I mean, size-wise, it's pretty much the only difference, really. Yeah, and it doesn't have millimeter wave. That's what's sad. I own the S21 Ultra as well, but this Pixel 4a5G is no joke. It's definitely worth the loot. Yeah, it is. That's right, Ray. You got the 4a5G for $250. Yeah. So I mean, if you're opting for the 4a5G, it's worth getting. It's still good, and its life expectancy is still going to be good. So you're still going to get, you know, 2 more OS supports. Plus 2. Here's another reason why that I would say get the 4a5G over the 5A, and that is you still get the unlimited high res photo backups on Google Photos, right? You don't have to search for another platform or another service like Amazon Photos, or, you know, going to any of these other ones to try and get it, right? Because the Pixel 5A going forward, any photo, whether it's in full resolution or if it's in the scaled down resolution that Google does, it don't matter which version you upload your photo in, it is going to count against your Google One cloud storage. So if you're not paying a subscription for Google One cloud storage, then if you only have the 15 gigabytes, which is free, it's going to eat into that. And we all know that the storage options with Google One cloud storage, it's Google Photos, it's Google Drive, and it's Gmail, right? And then your device backups. So my 5A was delivered to the, no, dude. Like, how far away from you is this wrong address? Is it just right up the street? Because, bro, I'd be running over to that house right now. Like, it's, I know I sound weird, but like, if they were delivering a Pixel 5a to me and they did not drop it off at my doorstep and it was like 3 apartments up for me, I'd be running over to that apartment and being like, where's my package? And if they try to play this BS game with me, like, nothing came here, fine, dude. If you're gonna lie, I'm gonna have the cops go in there and look. You know what I mean? Like, man, I hope you get it, dude. I hope you get it, man. I hate why does delivery services suck so bad nowadays? Oh, sweet. Hey, you got your phone. Bro, these companies like FedEx will just throw it on your doorstep. They don't even ring your doorbell anymore. At least in my city, they don't. Like FedEx here, they will not ring your doorbell, even though they're trying to be safe because of the pandemic. Like, it's not going to kill you to have gloves on and touch my doorbell and then run back to your truck. You know what I mean? Like, I'll get to the door. This is why the Google Nest doorbell works really great, because it notify you that somebody's walking up to your property, and you can see it's FedEx, so you can actually come to the door and get your stuff. But yeah, they don't ring doorbells here for some odd reason. Like Amazon, they don't ring doorbells either. They take a picture that they just threw it on your doorstep, and then you get a photo saying your package was delivered, and a photo that shows it like all mangled because they tossed it in something. They don't neatly place shit down or anything like that. Like, I get really agitated with Amazon, FedEx, UPS. Yeah. My anxiety, bro. What an anxiety. Yeah, I bet, dude. I bet your heart was racing that nobody, was a porch pirate. Because we have a lot of those here in Phoenix too. That's why I get agitated with these delivery companies, and when they drop things off, because it's like, we have a bad problem of porch pirates here in Phoenix, and people that literally drive around and look at people's front doors and porches, and they will snatch packages left there, and yeah, that totally sucks. That happened to me, Tito. My iPhone 12 mini was sent to the wrong address or the wrong house. Luckily, I was outside. FedEx will leave you a sticker saying you was not home. Yeah, they'll do that too. Yeah, they will. They will place a sticker and be like, "Sorry, we missed you." Like, they did that. They did that to my fiance. She before she left her other job in favor of a new job, because she had worked at her previous job for 5 years, she got a gift from the company. And so she went to the website. They told her to pick her gift. She picked the Amazon tab that I unboxed on the live stream. Was it a Fire 7? And they didn't deliver it. They stuck a note and they were like, "Sorry, we missed you, but you can come in. You can choose a rescheduled delivery, or you can come in and pick it up yourself." So we chose just to pick it up ourselves from their location, just instead of having them, try to re-deliver it back out. I would too, dude. I've done some silly things that probably would be like TikTok worthy to laugh at my ass. You mean, especially like if it was a Pixel 6, bro. Man, dude, I don't care if like I got a notification and I was in the shower that my Pixel 6 was delivered and it was delivered to the wrong address. I'd wrap a towel around my waist and walk outside like I was, people would just be looking at me weird. And me, I really don't care though. Like, I'll go outside in a towel wrapped around me, but that's just because I'm used to it. Where I grew up in Hawaii, like when it's hot, I'll go outside and get the mail that way. I don't care. And I'm content with what God's given me, so I have nothing to be ashamed of. So I'm just that way. I call it show no fear. That's what it is. If you made it this far into the live stream, hashtag show no fear. I fear nothing. I'll walk out there and just a towel. I don't care who looks at me. It's absolutely crazy. But I'm glad that you got your Pixel 5a, man. You give us a play-by-play as you're unboxing it. For everybody that's that's in the live watching. I do some crazy stuff like that on somebody's live stream if they told me to. They'll be like, "Okay, I'm peeling the tabs off now." Show no fear. Yeah, exactly, man. I don't worry about what other people think about me. I stopped caring what people think. So if people get excited because I walked outside with a towel, oh well. You know what I mean? Like, they got a free show. Good for them. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting tomorrow. I hope I do good on these live streams. I don't know about you guys, but like, I'm comfortable doing live streams like on my channel and stuff like that. I still get anxiety when I join somebody else's because I don't want to ruin their live stream. You know what I mean? So tomorrow I'm going to be on live with Sneed. I already gave him the thumbs up that I'll be on tomorrow evening. Now I'm just nervous. Oh no, it's cool, dude. And if you gotta go, you gotta go. You know what I mean? Man, I am absolutely nervous on being on Sneed's live. Definitely. I don't even know who's gonna be on there. Like, he hasn't told me like who's confirmed to come on besides me and him. I'm hoping Technoid goes on there. I gotta thank Technoid for that shout out. Like, I definitely Got to thank him for it. And the where he did that whole hashtag justice for Tito and everything, that was very humbling, and it really hit me here. Like it was a tearjerker. Um, to be recognized for like like the things that I do. I don't go out and beg for recognition, and when people do recognize what I do, it does hit me pretty hard, and it's very very humbling. So I do want to thank him on the live stream. So hopefully he joins us tomorrow, and he's on there with us because I would love to actually thank him. Since we don't live in the same state, I can't thank him face to face, but I appreciate that. Also to Tech Right. I know Tech Right, asked me a question. He's like, "How do you know that they don't plan to bring you on the Team Pixel when the 6 comes?" I don't want to get my hopes up. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. I'm totally okay with it. But that other video I did where I addressed the situation, because Technoid addressed it in his live stream, and I just wanted to kind of back him up on it, and I dropped the video just kind of talking about it. Those people that were getting like, well, I don't know why people got to get so poisonous about the whole Team Pixel thing. Like, I mean, yeah, it'd be great to be a part of it, but you don't have to go and attack those that were selected to join this year. You definitely don't have to attack Google, and especially if you're not even a content creator or influencer or anything of that nature. Then you shouldn't expect to get a free device from Google to review if you don't review anything. That's just me. That's just my opinion. I appreciate that, Big Lou. I really appreciate it. It's just, what I mean? Like, I don't like to, I always get scared that I'm going to mess up somebody else's live stream. You know what I mean? Like, if I tend to accidentally mess up my own, like I say a cuss word or something like that, it's my live stream, right? So, I deal with my own repercussions for what I do. But like, I know that, all the monetization that Sneed does, it goes towards his daughter's college fund. You know what I mean? And I don't want to screw that up for him in any way. I guess that's where I get nervous. So, which is why I don't know if you guys ever see me on Sneed's live before, like last year when I was on a live with him, or if I'm on a live stream with Carlos, like a lot of the time you'll probably notice that like I mute my microphone, and that's just because I don't want anything said that would kind of mess it up. And until they address me with a question or something like that, or if I have something to say, then I'll unmute my mic and I'll say what I'm going to say, and then I'll just mute it back up. Take a deep breath and be yourself. Yeah. Definitely. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to have fun with it tomorrow. It's been a while since I've been on this live stream. It'd be hypocritical for me not to join, because I've been asking for collaborations and stuff like that to happen again after the whole big debacle and everything that happened end of last year into this year, and still kind of currently going on today. But I try not to like give it too much attention, because I just don't want to feed into that negativity. But I always wanted to get everybody back together and collaborate and have laughs and stuff like that, like we did before. So this is like the first step back towards that, especially now that I'm going to be busy as hell. I'm trying to get my foot in the door with Verizon as a tier 2 tech support. So then I'm really going to be busy, working when I can, and then working my shift for that, and then trying to make videos when I can, and then trying to go live when I can. That's going to be a lot, because I also have my kids, and they're very important to me, and they come first. So time spent with them to make sure I spend that time with them, and then do all the things I want to do on the side. My life's about to get pretty hectic, so it's going to be. Well, Restream, and I think it's funny too. Like, I'm glad that everyone is kind of like adopting Restream, because I really find this platform to be much better than StreamYard. And seeing Sneed using it now, seeing Carlos, using it, seeing a lot of people using it, it makes sense. You know what I mean? I love the fact that everybody's comments can be seen right there. Like, I don't have to manually select their comment to be read. Everybody can see that thread. They can see it, so I can just read off of someone's comments, and everyone can see what I'm talking about. This is why I like Restream better. And I use the free version. I'm not paying for the pro version. I don't need to put any stickers or any logos or any of that kind of stuff on it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a live stream. So just chill and talk type of thing. Whoa. I will highlight this though, and I do appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat, Jonah. Really, really appreciate it. That's awesome. You'll get back. You'll get into the hang of it, bro. You will. If you ever want to go live again, you know what I mean? I'm sure we would love to have you back on a live stream and everyone hang out and talk. That'd actually be pretty cool. There's lots of things to cover. Well, not really much. Just the rest of the stuff for the end of this year. And then whatever deals and stuff like that happen. And me, I'm just going through, I'm just cycling through my devices and stuff like that with Android 12 beta. So yeah, we'll talk about that. I mean, there's not really too much that changed with yesterday's update for Android 12 beta. It's not really much of a change. Just some issues they fixed, which are much needed, like the boot looping issue that was fixed. And I forgot what the other ones were. But there were several of them. I should have linked it, actually. I'm gonna pop a link in the chat right now. Hang on. So I'll put the thread. Well, I'll put the link to the release notes for Android 12 Beta 4.1, and you guys can check it out and read what they fixed. But they just did like very minor fixes. Anyways, that's we're gonna call it that. That's the show. I do want to thank everybody who came in and hung out with me for a little bit. And if you guys came in a little bit later, you guys can catch the replay. Again, hashtag show no fear if you were here on the live and you made it all the way through. Hashtag replay crew if you watched the replay. Really appreciate you guys for coming in. And the video with the Pixel 5 versus the Nord N10, that's going to drop later on today. I'm actually going to record that video right now and get ready to start doing my my voiceover on it. So it should probably come out within an hour or two. But I'm going to set it as a premiere, so notifications will go out and you guys can catch that that video. But until next week, I'll see you guys live on another live next week. But don't forget to catch Sneed's live stream tomorrow. I'm going to be on there with him. So I'll see you guys there too. Again, y'all take it easy. Be cool. Be safe. Love you guys very much. And as always, law.